My name is Don, and I'm a certified cyber nerd. What that means is I have 10 years of cybersecurity experience and 12 years of IT experience. In this video, you will learn the good, the bad, and the ugly of working in cyber. First, the good, job security. Man, in this field, there's nothing like the job security you have. Everybody needs a cyber guy. They may not know it, they may not understand it, they may not even pay for it, but everybody needs a cyber guy. Governments need a cyber guy. Large organizations need a cyber guy. Small organizations need a cyber guy. Everybody needs a cyber guy. Matter of fact, your neighbor needs a cyber guy. They just don't know it. Next is the pay. The pay is great in this field. Now, I see a lot of times people talking about $200,000, $300,000, $400,000. I don't know anything about that. They live in those cities where they're able to generate that kind of income. But for the most part, you're going to be on the top tier of the pay scale in whatever city that you're in. Next is satisfaction. Now, depending on what organization you work for, whether it's government or private, there's different types of satisfaction. But I believe this is one of the good things. So if you're working for government, you can be satisfied knowing that you're protecting that government or that entity from any of the bad actors that are out there. Now, if you work in the private industry, you're still doing the same. It's just for a private organization. Next is the bad. Now, first off, cybersecurity has a steep learning curve. Yes, steep learning curve. You cannot start today and expect to be making top tier money tomorrow. I believe that's almost impossible. But if you put the work in, you put the time in, you're willing to dedicate yourself to learning cybersecurity, IT as a whole, I believe that you can be really, really successful. And that learning curve, while major, can be conquered. It's been done by millions of people already. It's being done by millions of people, and it will continue to be done by millions of people. The next bad is on-call hours. Yes, a lot of times you are on. Let's try this again. Next is being on call and working a lot of hours. So you will be on call often. Most cybersecurity incidents and problems happen when you're trying to go to sleep or when you're trying to do something different. So just be aware that on-call is usually standard in this industry, and you will work a large number of hours. Now, typically, if you can, 40 plus hours, between 40 and 50, I would say is kind of the norm in this business. However, I myself have worked up to 70 hours a week. So just be prepared. And I believe if you prepare yourself for that type of lifestyle, you can actually make it work and still have a good work-life balance. The final bad is encouragement. Now, typically encouragement is a good thing. Everybody wants to be encouraged. Everybody likes that, pat on the back. But in this industry, encouragement is far and far between. Let's try this again. All right. The last bad that I have on my list is encouragement. If you're one of those people who seeks constant encouragement, constant pats on the back, this may not be the career for you. Now, while we all appreciate encouragement, it is very far between when you get it in this industry. And I want to say even IT as a whole. The only time that you actually get feedback from managers in certain positions or certain companies is when something goes wrong. So you have to be prepared for the negative feedback, knowing that you may or may not ever get that positive feedback. Now down to the ugly. Yes, 3 ugly things. First off, stressful. This job is highly stressful. Now, on a typical day, you can make one mistake that can bring down your entire organization. If that's not stress, I don't know what is. So we have to be very careful in what we do. We have to be meticulous. We have to make sure that we are following whatever outlines or plans that our job has provided for us. Because what we don't want to do is be the guy in the news that broke everything for a major company. Lastly, is burnout. Now, no, I haven't heard a lot of people talk about the mental aspects of cybersecurity. I have heard a few people talk about burnout, and burnout is real. Now, in this business, if you wanted to work 160 hours a week, you could find a job that will work you 160 hours a week. But what must happen for your life, for your mental, just to be able to live, is you have to have that work-life balance. Now, in the past, when I would hear this term, I would say work-life balance, what is that? But I was working 70 hours a week. And what I didn't realize at the time was my family, my children, my wife, everybody, we were built for me to work 70 hours a week. So even after my 70 hours a week, the very first thing I would do is go in the other room and be with my family. Now, everybody can't do that. So I don't want to set that as a realistic expectation for everybody. But what you must understand is if you don't have that balance, you will burn out. It can't be all work and no play. So find out whatever your hobbies are. Pick 2-3 hobbies that you enjoy doing outside of cyber and make sure you pursue them. If you have a family, make sure you schedule out that family time, those game nights, those outings with your children and your spouse. Just make sure you have a good balance between working and playing. Now, I just want to say thank you for watching my video. Today, we talked about the good, the bad, and the ugly of working in cyber. And if you have any questions, any comments, please leave them below. I'll do my best to respond to them as quickly as I can.